Andres is retarded. Nigga, what? Why did I hear Dylan's voice? What the fuck? Yo, is Dylan here?
You've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Atlanta Falcons. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two short. The 30. On first down, it's Thornton. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping is the defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
They'll run on first down. Thornton, and he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play. Back at the 45-yard line.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A 1-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd and 10.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. On play action, Prescott. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Can I go for this? Hey, Slick, can I go for this? Let me see. 4th down. Anytime 4th and... Alright, cool. I can. Bet.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
47. Check three.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And
God
my
damn.
goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Second and 11 at the 47-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Marsh. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. He'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he finds Seals Jones complete. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination.
Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Le'Veon Bell. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. That touchdown certainly a welcome sight. Remember, they were shut out last week. They talked to us about getting early momentum. Well, here you go in the opening quarter.
Got to rebuild confidence because when you get shut out, I don't care how strong you are mentally, you've got to take a step back and say, okay, what just happened here? Because nothing that we were doing worked well enough to get into the end zone. And that's a nice confidence-building drive, one that puts it in the end zone to give them an
I'm
opportunity.
down after this.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard
He
line.
left?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Prescott. He's got it complete to Stephon
baby.
Diggs.
Good shit.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
What are you doing, Luis? TikTok?
Tighten up, tighten up. Hey, kill.
Now Prescott. He's going to fire one deep.
This nigga sucks. Dak Prescott sucks. He's about to get benched.
Picked off around the 27. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
What are you watching? Where's Andres?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6. Second and 6. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it.
Good pick,
his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On first down. It's
I can't run the ball, bro.
Brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
I wish I was getting
Tried a
running the
quick
ball.
hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Cool.
On second down, it's Thornton. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come
to this
on.
bum ass nigga
I think he likes
me.
natural light best.
Andres.
Third and short yardage, Prescott. He's going to fire one deep left side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A great pick.
It's down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Yeah, that's such, bro. I'm not good.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And this one complete to Smith. 23 yards, the final tally.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
Is Mario done for the night or what?
Perfectly executed crossing route. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now.
Who's party?
It's first
Nigga,
and 10 from the 12.
Quarantine, dummy.
Now again, right side. Thornton. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a second and 13.
Are you down? Are you down? Party.
see what you got. Switch it, switch it, switch it.
Forward.
Switch it. Here we go, 47. 46.
To throw is Prescott. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone.
Guiding
Touchdown,
retard.
Atlanta. John Ross with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7.
Yo, you see that Prescott's coughing right there in the field, bro.
And a fair catch signaled for.
Look, the reporter's going to my side. She's telling me that Dak Prescott got corona. Can you still play?
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and still a lot of
What
football
what
to be
if
played in
like
this season.
he
We're
just
only in
throws it right
November.
away?
A lot
He's
can
6
happen
feet away.
between now and January, but if it ended today, they
Got-
would just be
I gotta
on
put the backup
outside
in?
of the playoff picture looking in, so a lot to fight for.
My team just told me that my team just told me that Dak Prescott got coronavirus.
We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We
Nah,
still
he
got
said
some
that he
time,
cannot play
and
right
they
now.
plan on putting it together.
So I'm gonna have to bench him.
Get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win
Oh
this
my
game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
They
I
try
almost
to
killed
throw on second
Hollywood.
down, but this one is
Holy
incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can
Hollywood
sit
almost
back
died.
and see the ball
Holy fuck.
coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Yeah, I don't know why.
On third down, Marsh. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. The completion good for only 6. And
Yo, that
that'll bring up
quarterback, that
fourth.
homeboy guy is pretty good. Nigga's tied.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard
We're so cool right now,
punt.
bro.
And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
A vape pen. I thought you, nigga, what? You're fucking making fun of me.
The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown.
Nigga, that's
Now
not a
they'll
big
have a
play,
chance to
retard.
move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back.
Look at that
Special teams
touchdown.
went out there, handled
Oh
things.
my
They've got
god.
it.
What
They've got
the
momentum.
fuck?
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Falcons. A great
My
effort
running back just
there.
threw him
His
off.
5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
Oh, that's wild.
Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75
Bro, my
yards.
running
Still
back just
gotta have a
threw
little
this nigga
extra in
off.
there. So
He said,
whatever the
"Boy,
final
get
number
off me."
is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've
What?
fallen behind, but
This
haven't they
one
proven they can go down
wild.
and score? So what was
He's
the
trying to
formula
kill
to get them
himself.
down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Yeah, nigga, but you swear like you're gonna run out of them like tonight.
2nd and 9 now. This is complete to Michael Thomas. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation,
those
the defense was
fucking
effective,
THC
able to stop
cartridges are
him
not
before
good
he
for
get
you.
a good head of steam going.
5 men in the secondary now for the
Nigga, just
Falcons
go
on
smoke
3rd
weed.
down.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Here we go, D.
Why not?
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike's 50, Mike's
From the gun, Marsh. And he can't quite corral it defensively. Maybe some space to go the other direction if he had caught it. That brings up 4th down now.
Why would you just go to your store and be like, hey,
now,
Mom, I'll be
as
back,
he'll
and
punt
just
it
won't
away
be.
for the 2nd time.
Yeah, okay. Retarded is not a word. There you go. If you're gonna offend me, at least use the correct term.
Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return.
I'm winning,
and
you
that will come
fucking
the offense
retard.
as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's gotten them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
That's track. Quick dash. Come. Watch safety creep.
They run the counter. It's just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Come on.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Keep. 46. Gun. 56.
3rd and long for Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
A very good return there. Give him an... And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
To throw on 3rd down. Marsh. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. A great return there of 22 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
To throw again on second down. Prescott nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst able to record his 5th sack of the season. On third down, it's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thornton. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Thornton. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Prescott from the gun. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Here we go, 47.
Now Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Prescott yet again.
That's a horrible.
And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now fourth down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Final
shot before break. Marsh is going to take a shot at the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. A first down run for Bell, not going to get much, maybe a couple, and it's 2nd down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. So that'll back him up 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
45 the mic. Quit talking about it and bring it. 45 the mic. 45 the mic. You're not ready. You're not ready. 45. 45. Ready. 45.
Back to throw. Marsh. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
This shit is funny.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Marsh. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And we're into the 2nd half now. And this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
How much does it cost?
On the run, it's Barkley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Whenever you have a chance under this.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
It was so funny.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thornton. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers.
What you said it was again?
I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Just send me a picture of it so I can know exactly which one it is.
They'll run on 1st down. Thornton. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Prescott.
Pass interference.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play.
You say this only on
to get you
going,
going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
I can't believe they let you play.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Back to throw. Marsh flushed out right. He'll try and run it. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
This is Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On second down now, Meredith. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 44-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Bell. Oh, no, he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
On second down, Meredith spins by. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Yeah, I'm about to get on. Wow.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
All I got to do is smoke the clock.
This is no good. Close, but no cigar, just wide right. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, an absolute backbreaker. A chance to get back within a score, couldn't do it.
Yeah, that one went begging, as they say, right? There's the opportunity that was missed. But all hope's not lost just yet. But, boy, getting back within 1 score would have been a powerful motivator for their defense to take the field with.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Kill, kill, kill. What do you think? Check, check. We're going to 53. Undercut. What do you think?
Prescott to throw it. It's complete to Diggs. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Haskins. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Flush to his right. Going for a right side here, complete. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Raiders on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. We ain't giving up nothing. Just right there. 54. Right there. 50.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Marsh. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. On 1st down, it's Thornton. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Thornton. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Prescott. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Thornton. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, I'm getting on Rocket League. Yo, where's
Get you reset.
What's his name?
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down now, Meredith. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to... And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third.
What up?
Oh, God, I got 4.
Looking to throw.
Oh, look at you.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete.
What are y'all doing? Nah, just checking
the ground,
in.
it brings up fourth down. Just
got
nothing
4
there
anyways.
again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
Game,
what we've
bro.
seen is a defense that's well
Game we call life.
the front
31-7.
and the back really in sync. The front putting on the
Come on, join our fucking party, dumbass.
And picking passes off.
12 yards on the return that time. And
A little bit,
possession will
not
switch
much.
hands first and 10.
I mean, I was letting him get some first downs and shit, but he wasn't taking advantage, so whatever.
Defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Hit quad. Okay, so hit. Go to Warzone. Are you in Warzone? There you go.
I don't know, Madden's not exciting anymore.
Right back to him on first down.
No, that killed all my
It'll be
vibes,
second and
honestly.
6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
I mean, even Silver was like, hey man, mine in his ass, do you mind screaming? I'm like, nah, bro, go ahead. No, it's not.
56.
My shit's dank.
Right there, 56. All day, dog.
Oh, there's no issue now. I'm not tanking.
On second down, it's Thornton, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him.